just an update. Um, I'm still not feeling very well, but I'm definitely feeling a lot better than I was. Tuesday, it was very, very bad. I couldn't get up or eat. Um, and then Wednesday, it just felt like I was just sweating, and I couldn't work out if it was like freezing cold or just boiling hot. It was kind of like I felt like I was in a steam room throughout the whole of the day. Um, I was sweating massively, and I have this heater that's like radiated red light, and you can dry up clothes quite quickly. So if you just sit in front of that, you can dry your clothes off. But I kept needing to do that, and then going back into the bed, only to find that I just start soaking up all my clothes like really quickly. So I obviously had a temperature or something. And yeah, and it was annoying because I was like, should I change the duvet covers? But then I was just like, is there any point of that if it's just going to get wet again within the hour? And yeah, I changed them this morning, um, finally. But yeah, they were like soaking, and yeah, I guess I kept wanting to dry it up throughout the day yesterday, but when the second you sort of lift your covers up and you can see all the steam coming out of it, and then you just start getting freezing cold, you're just like, what do I do? Should I just stay in this and just accept that I'm going to have like a steam room slash bed? um, I don't know, but my Molly's been acting very strangely. um, it spends most of the day hiding behind the pump. I don't have the pump collected to the side. I have it because when it does, it starts making a rattling sound sometimes. So I just let it dangle, so it's about that much away from the edge. But for some reason, the mollyfish likes to just constantly hide behind it. Um, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's I don't know. Yeah, you can't really see it. But if you see the little white, there's like a red. I don't know why it's doing that, but it pretty much stays all day, every day behind that pump, and I don't really understand like what's it hiding from. It's acting very peculiar to want to spend all day hiding behind a pump. I don't really understand it. I'm not seeing any aggression from any of the others, so I'm confused as to why it's doing that. But there is babies in there. There's some baby orange ones, and I've counted at least 7, but there might be more because by the time you've counted the 7, well, you've lost them all, and then you start finding more, and then you're just like, is that the same one? I don't know. But yeah, when they get a little bit bigger, I think I'll put them in the other tank, and that way I'll have a better idea of how many there actually are. Um, yeah, I am feeling better than I did. Um, but yeah, I've got a cough that's probably not going to go away anytime soon. Coughs usually stay a bit longer, but yeah, I have been. I guess I've been thinking over the last few days. I've been thinking a lot about Elon Musk, just because that's almost every post seems to be about him, unless I go to Threads. There aren't that many posts about him on Threads, so that's like a way of getting away from posts about him. But most of the posts on Facebook and seem to all be, and YouTube and Google as well, it all seems to be about him. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but I I think if there was to be an angel of the billionaires, I feel like he's the one that's been chosen for whatever reason. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I think that frog is hideous, but I think it's actually quite a good mascot. Not for the long term future, but for the short term future, I think it's quite a good thing, because to most people, a frog is probably quite a harmless thing. But yeah, it's a pretty ugly frog, and I just think it would, if you don't find that ugly in any way, I feel like maybe there might be something ugly about you, to be honest. Like that's how I kind of feel about that ugly frog. But yeah, I feel like there might be a lot of people that actually don't notice anything wrong with that frog, and I feel like maybe there isn't. I'm not saying that there definitely is something wrong with the frog. There's not, but yeah, there's some very funny YouTube videos where frogs are, I don't know, like fighting over a bit of food, but they just act in a very strange way. I know that frog that was being attacked by a snake only to try and eat it back. I thought that was quite funny, and it reminds me of that. But yeah, it's a very ugly mascot, but at the same time, it's a mascot that would attract both good and bad people, because I feel like the good people would just see it as, oh, it's just a frog. There's nothing bad about it. But then ugly people might say, oh yeah, it's not ugly because I'm not ugly either. Like a frog would look in the mirror and not think itself as being ugly. I don't know if it even recognise itself, but I don't know. But that's just what I was thinking. But yeah, do I want to talk about Christmas? I don't know. Not really. My whole family, my mum and my dad have also got this cold now from Sophie, and I'm sure the same thing happened last year. I met up with them for a day or so and ended up getting a cold for a week or so. I'm pretty sure that seems to be a Christmas tradition now.